the summer that you guys, as the wonderful cardinal sign you are, usher in. I might just be a little biased because I'm a Cancer, but and we as we move on to the fall. So if there are any Virgo rising or if that's possible, or Virgo moons out there that's listening, happy birthday in advance to the Virgos. It is Virgo season, not too far after you wonderful Cancer signs, and we're moving to the fall. I know I didn't mention in Gemini's video, I'm still a student of astrology. I'm studying astrology to be able to bring it to you guys in full force and with as much accuracy as I possibly can. But I know there's some things going on with Mars, Saturn, and Neptune right now. If I'm not mistaken, yesterday the 24th, Mars was conjunct and may still be conjunct Saturn, and either today or tomorrow, and they're squaring Neptune. So Mars is conjunct Saturn and it's squaring and they're squaring Neptune. I think they're going to square Neptune tomorrow. So if you're just thinking about the planets involved and the aspects involved, conjunctions and squares, Mars conjunct in Saturn, Saturn being the planet of structure, the father time planet, is going to make sure things are done by the books. It is the karma planet. You get what you give. If you do bad, you get bad. If you do good, you get good. With that being conjunct Mars, a conjunction is when the energies basically support each other or they kind of enable each other, whether they're conflicting or like energy or energies that get along. Mars is the planet of war, aggressiveness, bringing, when I say aggressiveness, action, getting things done, discipline. That's the Mars planet. So there may be some things that's coming along that have to do with discipline and hard lessons and really aggressive lessons when it comes to things related to karma, doing things the right way, some structures in your life. And then when they go to square Neptune, Neptune rules Pisces, and that's the planet of illusions, dreams, intuitiveness, the nether worlds, the water world, the underworlds, not underworlds, but like the world of imagination, the world of the mind, the spirit world. So with those squaring Mars and Saturn, guys, aggressiveness, lessons, structures and illusions, delusions, blows to what you thought was true, truths coming, whatever you may have thought in your head, it may have been an illusion or delusion, and maybe now you're seeing, no, it's really this way or it's really that way. So just a few things going on just to be careful of, because it's an energy with Mars in there that I feel like, and with Neptune, meaning people may have maybe not been seeing things clearly the last few months, or not seeing situations, and as we come around to realizations and hard truths, and having a look at, okay, well, did we do what we were supposed to do? Did we fill these karmic debts? What is Mars bringing us, and what is Neptune showing us, and what is Saturn disciplining us or asking of us, and did we do in order to kind of make it through this time? So just if you feel some energies and things like that, Cancer, that's what's going on really with the stars right now. And I think some things with Jupiter are going to come into play as we go into September. But hopefully I'll be back to talk more about some astrological aspects and things from that viewpoint in the videos in the future. I'm just shuffling your cards, not going to go into hella long introductions. We're already at 4 minutes. And as I do these readings more often, we really don't need long introductions. So I'm going to cut the cards. You guys know this is for August. I'm going to do a 4-card reading. I'm going to take a card from the bottom of the deck for overall energy going into September. If I said it's for August, I meant September. And then we're going to take 3 more cards for the following weeks. And then I'll do an oracle card to give you some guidance as far as to help with the energies from the tarot reading. So before I start, I'm just going to get my sage going again. 1 second. And then I'll go ahead and lay the cards. I just wanted to shuffle them. I just did Gemini's reading. I am doing Cancer back to back with Gemini, and look for this. Today is August the 25th, so look for this video to be up tomorrow, probably tomorrow on the 26th, maybe tonight, I'm not sure. So All right, I cut the cards. Let's take one from the bottom, and we have the Three of Wands, Cancer. The next card is the Seven of Wands. The next card is the World in reverse. And the next card is the Four of Wands in reverse. With Cancer, what's going on, with the reversals? I can't wait to see what the Oracle card is, so I know where Cancer's at and what kind of help they need with these energies. So, and I'm a Cancer, so I don't like to see these reversals, but with the Three of Wands, and maybe it's just talking about how you some of the actions and kind of how you feel and what you're thinking and how you're maybe wrestling and fighting with some decisions, Cancer. And what I would say for the month is just be strong. Realize the world is yours, but if all you see are pessimistic things, negative thoughts, and you're always being negative, that's all you're gonna get. The things that you want are not gonna turn out, because you're gonna ruin them by the negative thoughts and the negative thought processes. So when you start out with the Three of Wands, you're standing there, you're surveying, you've worked hard, you're an accomplished person, a business person, you have things going on, and I don't care if you're an employee of somebody's or you run your own company, Cancer, I'm sure whatever field it is that you're in, whatever you do, even if that's babysitting kids, you probably know the most about babysitting damn kids, and you've probably been doing it for like 10 years. So, you are accomplished in what it is you do, whatever field it is that you do. And I'm saying that to say whether you've been at your job for a year or for like 10 years, you probably are in the same industry and do the same things, and you have enough knowledge and skill under your belt to really set some things in motion, your own projects, and to see yourself get to that next point in life. And I think you're just standing there, and it's a bright picture, because this is a beautiful bright yellow card, and the man has on a red garb, a red robe, and it's just like there is money to be had, there is prosperity to be had, and it's all from the gut. Like, you have to muster up that the thrill for life, the thrill for success, the chutzpah in life, that spirit, that thing that comes from that wand suit, that fire within you, deep within those, those first chakras, like those base chakras, the first and the second, that gut, that animal lust, that animal instinct that comes up, that makes you want to forge ahead and own and conquer, be more than a worker, really take those knowledge and those skills and everything that you know, and be the leader and the boss that you are. And I think you're standing there now and you're saying, just where do I want to go? You're watching what you've done, what you've been through, what you know, what you've worked so hard for. And you're just kind of saying, what all is it for, and what's the next level? Cancer, you're ready to go. You're ready for that next level. It's time for the next level. But as you try to get to the next level, you jump up to the Eight of Wands, but Seven of Wands, but it's in reverse. So when the Seven of Wands card is upright, I really do read it as, this person, he has a handle on these issues and these battles that are coming up at him, because he's got this stick. And even though these wands are poking up, so they just may be chores, kids nagging, things that need to get done, whatever. It's like, you got to do this, because that's what I get from the Wands card. It's like, you got to do this kind of thing. So not really thoughts, but you got to go over here and get the groceries. You got to go pay these bills. Then you got to pick the kids up from here. You got to do all this shit. So that's what I get from that Seven of Wands when it's upright. But you pretty much got a handle on it. It's busy. Your hair's halfway out the ponytail. Your glasses are half cocked to the side. But you're getting things done. And even though it may be stressful and it may feel like a battle, almost sometimes a losing one, because you got more things to do than people, arms, legs, hands, and fingers than you have and brains than you have to do them. But you're kind of on top of it for the most part, even if you got to put some things off to the next day or something like that. But with the card in reverse, it's just kind of saying these things are getting a hold of you. So Cancer, you can only tackle one thing at a time. So whether these are a lot of bills, I'm a Cancer myself, so I know Cancers, but I can speak from personal experience. Whether these are bills just coming up from cracks seeping up from every crack, every crevice, whether these are just people getting on your nerves, kids, issues, things that need to be taken care of, school. This is a time where grown-ups go back to school, kids go back to school. So it's a lot of things that's going on in preparation as we get prepared for the winter months, the hibernation months, the months where we kind of bring it in, go inside, eat the good home cooked meals and things like that. So you may be having an end of the summer where you're really trying to situate things as we go into the fall. But with the card in reverse, shit might be poking you a little bit. And yeah, some of these things are nicking you, Cancer. And it's a few setbacks, but it's not a defeat. I mean, you're going to move on, and you're going to get a hold of these things, but you just got to sort it out, and you just got to tackle them one by one. You can't beat these other 6 wands at one time. You got to just really be strong, focus on one, and knock out one thing at a time, and don't feel like all of these issues are going to defeat you. You only can focus on what you see. So don't see the whole forest. Just see that individual tree that's in front of you that you got to chop down, and then you'll get those other 6 that you need to get to. Which brings us to the World card, which the World card is the 21. 21 takes us back to a 3. So you really are, and a lot of times when I have readings with 3s or 4s, sometimes I have them with 7s. So you had the 3 to 7, and then you got the 4. And I just said that, and I swear, I know I said that the 4 of Wands was at the end of the reading, but just looking at this, the card is upside down. So it didn't pop in my head that was a 4 when I said a lot of times when I get 3s and 4s, I get 7s. I wasn't looking at the 4 of Wands card when I was speaking of 4s. But you see how true it is, because then I come down and say, oh, and you got the 4 too. And I believe it's because they are components of one another. 3 plus 4 is 7, and 7 minus 4 is 7 minus 3, blah, 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 blah. So, that I'm just saying that to say, with the World card being a 21, bringing you back to a 3, you don't see that the world is yours. You don't see that you can have everything. You're trying to be strong, but there's still doubt. There's still fear. Cancer, you're definitely a sign. You don't fear nothing but yourself. You really, really do. Or you feel fear that others are greater than, but you never want to show how great you are. So if you feel like the world is not yours, if the world, what you want, is not out there for you, with this World card in reverse, it's still a good card, because the world turns. And I know you know that from the soap opera. They told you back in the day, as the world turns, the shit keep going. You can cry, you can think things are all bad today, but tomorrow Daddy Warbucks could roll into your life and drop you $1 million. You could hit the lottery. You could find your soulmate of your life and fall in love. You could end up pregnant and never thought you were gonna have kids. You could get a call from the doctor that this disease that they've never heard of before that you had, that you were gonna die tomorrow from, has been cured today. And then you live to be like 162. Am I exaggerating? So anyway, that's what I'm saying about the world and about this card turning. Sometimes it turns slow, sometimes it turns fast. But if it's in reverse right now and all you see is negative, that's the slower it's going to turn to positive. The world is about energy and karma. So it's not going to stay negative. It can only stay negative for so long. And if so long is a week, a year, or 3 years, after that time period, you will experience the opportunities coming back for the world to be yours. And when I say the world to be yours, it's to be yours in the way you want it. Because if you want negativity out of the world, and you want sort of devilish or seedy underbelly sort of experiences, the world can be yours in that way. That's what the World card represents. But if you want above board love, righteousness, an ascension sort of life, the world presents you those opportunities as well. So even if you don't see that right now, which we could see in that 7 of Wands card just being reversed, you may be feeling like shit and issues are beating and battering on you, and the world's getting the best of you. But let's get through September and see what happens. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, you can email me at prpple@gmail.com and say, hey, I need a reading. The website's still being revamped, so I'm not really going to send you guys there, but I'll put the link down below just in case you want to look around. But this warrants more cards to be laid, and if I had the time, I would lay a card I'm not really concerned about the Seven of Wands in reverse. That's a little bit self-explanatory, but I just would like to see what's to come of, or what some more information on the world reverse in this Four of Wands.